Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories. As always, I'm your host Chris Jack. Welcome to 2021, a whole new year for Sneaker Stories, a whole new year for all of you, and I really hope it is a good one at that. Over the Christmas holidays, was lucky enough to be sent this incredible pair of shoes from Pharrell, Mimi, and the team at Adidas LA. Huge shout out to you guys for sending this pair through. Absolutely love them. Without further ado, let's check them out. Alright, so as mentioned in the intro of this video, received this incredible gift from Adidas US or Adidas LA. Huge shout out to Mimi, Pharrell, everyone who had any part in sending this to me. Really excited as it's the first time it's ever happened, and it's really cool to have a pair that we don't have here in South Africa, at least to talk about here on Sneaker Stories. And as mentioned as well, it's the Tokio Solar Hu. It's the friendship pack between Pharrell and Nigo, which is an incredible iteration at that, at least in my opinion. We first saw the shoe released in September as part of Nigo's Human Made pack. Obviously around the Tokyo Olympic Games, there were a lot of Tokyo inspired or Japan inspired shoes coming from all brands, but with Adidas on their particular one, they had those two models from the Human Made pack. I think the first one was in September and the second one was either later that month or maybe even in December. But this one over here is absolutely incredible. It is a collaboration obviously between Pharrell, Nigo and Adidas, and it really draws inspiration from all different cultures that they've had a play in, whether that be music, fashion or whatever it is, and all of that is represented in one way or another on this particular pair. Now the previous iterations that you would have seen, those two other colorways I showed you earlier from Nigo's Human Made release, those were a lot more neutral, at least from a coloration perspective, and this particular one is just like proper Pharrell all over. You've got all the different colors going on here, whole bunch of different color blocking and some really cool details which we'll get into on the shoe now. But overall, it's just, for me, such an exciting shoe. We didn't get them out here in South Africa as these were all regional exclusives as far as I know. This particular one dropping in the US and Europe only for around $180 if I'm not mistaken. So really nice to be able to have this pair out here to check out and obviously to add into the collection. As you can probably tell from the wall behind me, I've got quite a few different Pharrells. This is not all of them, but it is just one of those pairs, being a Pharrell, which just stands out from the the general releases that you would normally get, whether they even be from Pharrell, like if it was just Pharrell UNMDs or whatever it is. This really just kind of breaks that mold a little bit, and there's something a little bit more left field, at least from a silhouette point of view, which I really like. It's something that completely stands out. But the silhouette itself draws its inspiration from the 1962 Tokyo trainer. That particular model was released a little earlier, just before the 1964 Tokyo Olympic Games, and that's why it was obviously brought back at least last year for the Tokyo Olympic Games, which obviously didn't happen, but hopefully it will happen this year. Didn't stop any of the shoe releases, that of course, but obviously being in 2020, Adidas had to upgrade the technology on this particular pair, include the much loved boost technology in the midsole and obviously prime it in the upper, but all those details we'll get into now. I'm going to start with the outsole of the shoe. This is done in a beautiful tonal blue over here with white boost showing through. The torsion system here is also kept in a tonal blue. It really just pops off the outsole of the shoe, and you can get a bit of highlighting here on the bottom of the midsole when you flip the shoe around. And then just moving up into the midsole, full length boost midsole over here, painted in this completely bright neon orange. This obviously adding a lot of comfort underfoot, and obviously the performance attributes that come with boost. And then set just above that, you'll see the stability insert here, which you would normally get on the Solar Boost, where the bottom part of the shoe definitely draws its inspiration directly from, which I guess is just kind of a bit of a mismatch between inspiration from that Tokyo trainer and then the Solar Hu underneath. And then moving into the upper, what really stands out here are these beautiful crisp 3 stripes done in this beautiful white leather. And then the majority of the upper here, as mentioned earlier, is prime knit, and this is done in a mint green or mint green hue at least, and that basically wraps the full coverage of the shoe. Towards the forefoot of the shoe, you do have a head of suede here, also done in a tonal mint green color, and then round into the toe box section, you'll notice this darker blue suede, just forming this toe cap section of this shoe as well. Swinging around into the heel section, this is one of my absolute favorite parts of this particular model. It really caught my attention when the Human Made pair pairs dropped and was something I really wanted to get, but obviously as mentioned we didn't get them out here in South Africa, and I haven't had a chance to import any of those yet, but they are definitely on the list. The crisscross overlays here in the heel are done predominantly in white, but you do have these beautiful hits of gold that have been embroidered into the heel section, and they obviously overlap one another. It just adds like such a premium detail for me. I really feel like it is an awesome design detail on the pair. It just kind of takes it to some place different. You don't see that really on any other pairs. Then just above that, you'll notice this obviously coming directly from that Tokio trainer as inspiration from a style point of view. The heel tab is completely heightened over here. It is done in a suede on the exterior with the Adidas logo debossed into that, and then on the right shoe you've got the Hu logo as well. And while we're still on the upper, you do have another design detail over here. This is just some Japanese kanji which has been basically like sublimated in gold over there, just standing up off that mint green upper. Another really awesome detail that comes with the shoe, which I really like, is this little floral detail here, which just comes basically laced to the laces. It's kind of like a squishy, cushiony thing with some gold, navy, and pink details on this side, and then on the opposite, more of that mint green, light blue, and pink. And then moving towards the lacing system of the shoe, the entire wraparound here and the exterior material of the tongue is done in this beautiful faux leather. It's quite a creamy brown color, but it really just ties in well to the rest of the colors in my opinion. From a lacing perspective, I have one shoe laced here with the second set of laces that you get, which are these white rope laces. They're quite thin with 3M reflective detail throughout. However, they do come factory laced with slightly thicker flat laces done in the same color treatment with white and 3M stitch. Now moving further back inside of the shoe, the sock liner over here is highlighted with a beautiful neon green around the ankle collar section. Inside of the shoe, which I can't actually, or maybe I can get it out, the insoles here have the Pharrell treatment. They are done in a leather overlay over here with orange branding, all of that different reflexology that we've seen implemented on all different Pharrell releases, whether they be slides or QNMDs or whatever it might be. And then just one final detail on the reverse of this padded black tongue, you do have this super old school Adidas tag with the trademark or the mark with the 3 stripes, the brand with the 3 stripes. That I reckon is just tipping its head directly to that 1962 Tokio trainer. It's a really cool addition here. It just brings in that retro feel. Even if it's just on the inside of the shoe, it's a really nice one at that. But that is pretty much it for the Tokio Solar Hus from the Friendship Pack. As mentioned, they did release on the 18th of December in the US and Europe, of course. There's no sign of a local release here in South Africa yet. As far as I know, there are regional exclusives, so if you do want to get a pair and you are based in South Africa, you're probably going to have to look to import a pair from StockX or wherever you get your pairs. But overall speaking, underfoot, they're incredibly comfy. They are something completely different to what you would normally see from a silhouette perspective. Some people might not like the shape of it overall, but for me, they're just so unique, so they definitely are a firm favorite in my collection currently. I'm really excited to see what other colorways of this particular pair come, at least hopefully released globally down the line, as it is definitely a shoe that I would like to get more colorways of. And then last but not least, if this particular colorway isn't for you, they're also released in a second colorway, which is this beautiful yellow variation, and then obviously alongside 2 colorways of the boost slides as well, which I think look absolutely incredible in there as well. But that is it for this review of the Tokio Solar Hus. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Once again, big thanks to the team at Adidas LA for sending these through. Really appreciate it. If you guys do have any further questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you haven't already, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe right here for more content like this down the line. But that's all from me for today, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.